Release 762, cross 5 right at Lima, then taxi via Lima to the city right.
5 right at Lima, and back to the rest, please.
Lima 511, contact for departure.
I'm at departure 511.
26, Los Angeles Tower, which runway are you set up for? 26, that. Delta 1972, 25 right at Juliet, and contact ground on point 7.
Clear to go 25 right at Juliet, right, Delta 1972.
Twilight 26, A380, 6 mile final, runway at left, line of away.
2924.
American 2924, Los Angeles Tower, preceded by 7, caution, wake turbulence, a global and position, wind 240.
Surprise, I'm back.
Clear to land, American 2924.
We do have a heavy about to take off here on the south side. LL Flight 6 heading to Tel Aviv. It's the 787-9 Dreamliner. All right, so this is a test. We are testing Ed once again here today. As I told you on Tuesday, the manufacturers of Ed have issued me a firmware. And they said, well, give it a try. So here we are. We're trying it. Hopefully, Ed stays good throughout the broadcast.
Be ready for an immediate. American 137 heavy at Juliet. Runway
SAS A330 pushing back from Tom Bradley. That tail heading to the east, that could signal a north side takeoff, though it could do a U-turn and head back here to the 25 right. Also just had American Airlines flight 137.
Gateway 3
777-300ER coming in from London Heathrow, just touching down here on the south side.
For immediate takeoff. Twilight 26, and I go departure.
Ed might be working here today, but I see the Sony cameras already acting up. As I always say, if it's not one thing, it's something else.
Gateway 363, nice job. Traffic 12 o'clock and 2 miles, turning westbound the Global Express, climbing out of 1,400. Do you have an insight?
Yeah, right in front of us, inside, give it to you.
Gateway 363, thank you. Maintain the goal, separate, and again, it's 220.
Well, Ed, I think your manufacturers need to get back to work.
Okay, 63 heading 220. Can I?
All right, well, this will be going back to Ed's manufacturers tonight. Kevin, we got a firmware for you. Update it. Should be good to go. Famous last words.
Runway 2 right, line up away. American 2924, traffic holds in Juliet, cross runway 5 right, and can I ground on 0.75?
Should be a U-turn for the SAS.
0.75, American 2924.
But a U-turn for SAS. We'll be heading back to Copenhagen. Today, A330-300 is away for the Dreamliner, heading back to Tel Aviv.
Tower 7 Cargo 257 has the show 25 left.
Cargo 257 Heavy LA Tower, Boeing 730 short final. Heavy will depart the parallel, caution wake turbulence. 6012, runway 25 left. 25 left, clear. 7 Cargo 2537 Heavy.
I still think we have a short in our scanner. I'm telling you, we're falling apart.
Cross, runway 25 left, hold short, runway 25 right.
Of course, this morning I was in Long Beach finishing up our behind-the-scenes video at Long Beach Airport. So I was busy this morning doing that for you guys. Got back to the office around 12:30.
06 Heavy, wind 26012. Our nav
So let's go take out Ed for a spin. Of course, we'll be back with our main show tomorrow, high atop the H Hotel, starting at 11 a.m. on Friday. It's 11 a.m. Pacific. In the meantime, sit back, relax, enjoy. Just be under the understanding this is a test of Ed. So far, he's got a D score.
591 LA Tower and Fox follow the Falcon jet, continue full lane.
Anyway, the Falcon and continue full lane. 591.
So that A330 will head down the LL Dreamliner Flight 6, heading to Tel Aviv. Now rolling down 25 right.
United 2675, please kind of hold in position, and Julie cross runway 25 right, and kind of ground point.
Cross 25 right at 2, ground point 75, ground point 675.
Allow 006 Heavy, coming out of departure.
Also have China Southern Cargo Flight 2537 coming in from Anchorage. 777 freighter touching down here on the south side on 25 left.
We'll take off 25 right on after dock.
It is 630, runway 5 right, line up away.
Ed!
57 LA Tower, caution wait turbulence.
All right, so moving forward here today, we realize this is a test, so obviously Ed is still acting up, so I do have to report this to the manufacturers. So we'll move on. Just know that there may be some craziness going on, but it's better than no stream at all, right? We'll be back with our main stream tomorrow, Friday at 11 a.m. Next takeoff is Alaska Airlines Flight 262 heading to Cabo, a 737-900ER.
Spirit 591 LA Tower, runway right line up away.
Stop right line, Airwing 591.
Alaska 262, can I still try to park, audio?
What's the pod, Ross? 262, bye-bye.
Asiana A350. This will become a A380 tomorrow for a Friday show. It's flight 204 coming in from Seoul.
Spirit 21, wind 25012, our nav down, runway 25 right, for takeoff.
Our nav down for 25 right.
So we'll add another A380 to the mix.
630, can I still got a park?
Next takeoff here on the south side is Spirit Airlines Flight 591 heading to Houston, Texas at A319. It'll be followed by SAS Flight 932 heading back to Copenhagen at A330-300.
Left, verify you're ready off the left.
Of course, that Korean Air A380, that's the second one that we get here at LAX. Flight 11 coming in from Seoul. And of course, the Emirates A380 Super, as well as the Lufthansa Queen, all sitting there at the gates of Tom Bradley.
Okay, 35, so thank you. Any 32 heavy LA tower, wind 2412, RNAV Docker, runway 25, over takeoff.
RNAV Docker, takeoff 25 right, Scandinavia. And 932 heavy.
And New Zealand 4 heavy LA tower, way turbulence, heavy Airbus 330 with LL, wind 25011, runway 25 left to the line. Curly 81, connect with that departure.
March Spirit 591, good day.
1857, join hotel to Lee and hold short, runway 25 right.
Hotel to
Also have the One World
JetBlue 1857.
Big Cuke A350 1000.
Run 3 Foxtrot Echo, thank you. It's going to be for full length of 25 right, turbulence.
All right, up next, SAS Flight 932 heading back to Copenhagen into A330-300.
Right.
We're here on the south side covering the 25s. Air New Zealand Flight 4 777-300ER coming in from Auckland is our next arrival here on the south side on 25 left.
1658. 1658 Foxtrot, wait for and follow a Challenger jet. You full length.
Now Foxtrot will challenge jet back continue full length tonight.
Foxtrot Echo at Foxtrot, cross 25 right to run on Bravo and continue to point.
JetBlue A320 coming in from Puerto Vallarta. Flight 1857.
Fletcher 340, now you can expect runway 25 right at Foxtrot. Turn here at Foxtrot, runway 25 left and hold short, runway 25 right. Jet 53 at Foxtrot, cross runway 25, hold short, runway 25 right.
All right, how's Ed doing?
Jet 981, cross runway turbulence, heavy 777 rolling out. 6011,
we got that Air New Zealand 777-300ER touching down here on the south side. So it's weird because we have Jockey Cam plugged in, and before the firmware, if the main camera went down, Ed would jump to Jockey Cam, and now he's just spitting out both cameras. So there is an improvement, a little bit. At least there's some change. It's something.
Hold short of 25 right at Lima.
And this is Flight 4 coming in from Auckland, 777-300ER, Air New Zealand.
Right at Lima.
And hold on, short of 25 right, Lima, ground 4.
Jet 9, tap, offshore way turbulence, preceded by heavy turbulence, wind 25011, runway 25 to the land.
Jet 2 jet 9.
Foxtrot Echo, wind 25011, on curve, runway 25 right, full length, overtake. Down to 1658, the full length, runway 25 right, line up away.
25 right, line up 1658.
Alaska 3 Relay Tower, Travel Global Express, Cinema, wind 25010, runway 5 left to land.
I've got to work on that scanner too. Sounds like there's a short. I need my own maintenance department, like I had at the TV station. This doesn't work, guys. Write it up. And then you come back to pick it up, and you look at the slip. It says, good to go. Well, did you change anything? Well, we couldn't find anything wrong with it. That happened way too many times. And then they gripe to you, stop breaking things. And I say, you know what? If I stop breaking things, you don't have a job. But with that said, we need our own maintenance department. Too much equipment.
Flight 340, caution wait turbulence, runway 25 right at Fox. Line up and wait.
All right, so that 777 will hold before crossing over. Hey, Daryl. Tanisha, a member for 9 months. As a gold member, says, hello, my favorite people. I've been MIA, but I'm glad to get to watch. Hope you are well, Kevin. Also hope some people are in Vegas for the NRL. Well, I'll tell you what, Tanisha. Good to see you. I was at Long Beach Airport doing our behind the scenes, and there was a ton of people getting on Southwest flights to Vegas. I was like, what's going on?
343, wind 26011, Docker, runway 25 right at Foxtrot, take off. At a 1554 late tower, runway 25 right,
So it looks like the Asiana A380 heading over to the southeast corner of Tom Bradley, the Air New Zealand 777 waiting to cross over 25 right.
1658.
Flight taken off was United Airlines flight 1658 heading to Chicago O'Hare, 737 MAX 8.
796 LA pass. 796 XDL 2 and hold short, runway 25.
The A350 now making those turns heading into the southeast corner of Tom Bradley.
Nav Docker, runway 25 right, cover takeoff.
Docker 25 right there.
Crazy Lima. 771. 12 months member as a silver member. Says 1 year, can't wait to meet you and Rudy at JFK. Looking forward to it.
On hotel.
Congrats on your 1 year. Scrambled egg 81. The $7.47 super chat. Thanks so much, Scrambled Egg. Let's get this party started. Well, I agree. And it seems like Ed has settled down a bit. Maybe it took the firmware a few minutes for it to settle in. Next takeoff here on the south side. United Airlines flight 1554 heading to Denver. 737-900 ER.
Got a 1554. Still got a park today.
In case you're wondering, the Air New Zealand 777 waiting to cross over still. Next takeoff here on the south side. Viva Aerobus flight 623 heading to Monterrey, Mexico. It's an A320.
Delta 368 Heavy Elite, Delta Embraer 75, 2 mile final, 26012, runway 25, for the land. Catch 796, caution wind, traffic will cross downfield, runway 2. Right at Bravo 2.
Also have China Cargo Airlines flight 230 heading to Shenzhen, a 777 freighter lighting up. She is sitting over there on the southeast corner, Imperial Terminal.
Oscar 1343, traffic hold at Juliet Cross, runway 25, ground point 75. Runway 25 right, Viva 623, can I still come?
All right, it's Air New Zealand. I'm kind of farther to the west than we normally are for our Sunday show, so I got these lovely power lines in my way. That's all right. We'll work through it. Maybe the Sony camera doesn't like those power lines.
80 Juliet Heavy, one more level.
Wayno with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Wayne. We need some hostile merch for Ed. Hang in there. Ed doesn't deserve any merch just yet. We like Ed. We gotta get Ed working 100% so we can take Ed on the road. Boy, oh boy, I tell you, these cameras.
Right, Hotel Juliet, hold short.
Our BTS, I gotta tell you, our BTS shoots, perfect. There's no issues on our BTS shoots. The live streams, a whole nother story.
On 8201 heavy, taxi up 2 and short, runway 25 left. Sky was 3867, traffic in position.
Next takeoff is NetJets, flight 796, heading to Thermal.
Right at Juliet, cross 25 right, 1.75, Sky was 38.
We missed it.
796, can I still go?
Next takeoff will be American Airlines, flight 382, heading to Boston in an A321.
At a 1957, heavy LA tower, caution turbulence, heavy 767 rolling out, heavy 67 rolling, holding in position, wind 6011, runway 25 left. American 382 LA tower.
Staff, a member for 17 months. As a gold member, says just want to honor my mother who is resting with angels. I love you so much. I'm so sorry to hear that. My condolences.
Hotel 7, Juliet, cross, runway 25 right, traffic will hold and connect ground on point 75.
I think it's been a tough month for many.
Cross 25 right and ground point 75, Delta 360.
Econ 8201 heavy, traffic on mile final, wind 26011 on Piper, runway 25 left of the takeoff.
On at 100, Piper.
So Air New Zealand pulling into the gates there at the hottest club, the West Gates. Also just had a Delta 767 at 300 ER coming up from Honolulu, touching down here on the south side. Northern Air Cargo 767 taking off on 25 left.
American 382.
That flight heading to Honolulu.
On F dock. Runway 25 right.
United Airlines flight 1957 coming in from Chicago O'Hare, 777 200 ER. Next arrival on 25 left.
Tower, hello, American 1480, visual 25 left.
1480 LA Tower, caution way turbulence, heavy 777 touching down, and Challenger jet will hold them. Wind 25012, 25 left for the line.
Clear, 25 left, American 14. Sorry, 973, inbound island, 25 left. 783 LA Tower, and Charlie Airbus 321, mile final, wind 25012, wind 25 left for the line. 25 left, United 783.
Next takeoff is at American A321 heading to Boston, flight 382. Still waiting for that China Cargo 777 freighter.
Foxtrot, cross runway 25 left, short runway 25 right. Let me know when you're ready. American 1480, disregard the 1957 heavy at Juliet, cross 25 right, kind of ground point 75.
Juliet, cross 25 right.
Well, it looks like the developers have more work cut out for them.
And flight shot 5, runway 25 right intersection, Fox, line up away, there is traffic crossing L2.
Like I said, this is really a test. We'll be back with our main show tomorrow, high top the H Hotel, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific. I did get notice on Tuesday morning that the developers of Ed had released a firmware. They told me I should download it, update Ed, and I did. And I thought, well, I told you guys on Tuesday that either I was going to do it yesterday or today. Earlier today, I was in Long Beach finishing up our BTS there, and I got back to the office about 12:30. I said, let's go test Ed. Let's do it. It's a good thing, because now we have a couple of days left of the week that I can contact Ed's developers. And maybe they can work on it before the weekend.
Wind 26012, runway 5 left to land.
Again, this flight coming in from Honolulu, a 777-200ER. Two kings and a queen sitting there at Tom Bradley. And by the way, I do have Jockey Cam up. Let's see if I can get it here. Hello, everyone. Believe it or not, you probably can't see it. I'm actually wearing jeans. Can you believe that? I'm wearing jeans. No tracksuit here today. And by the way, for the behind the scenes, I did not wear a hat either, but I put a hat on, as I always do when we come out and do the live streams. I guess you can see my jeans. I can't tell you the last time I wore jeans for a live show. I gotta tell you, those track pants, so much more comfortable.
South 3196, yeah, the 59, and if you do, would you like to take the runway 25 right? Yeah, the 3195, 2196, roger,
This flight coming in from Denver, United Airlines flight 282 at the 737 at max 9.
Okay, 230 heavy lead time for the runway 8 mile final, runway 25 up away.
Runway 2, okay, 230.
I'm hearing that Cargo King, which is the China Cargo 777 freighter that will be heading to Shenzhen, flight 230. Brian says, nice picture. Thank you so much, Brian. You know, when Ed works really good. He really does. Ed spits out a good picture.
Approach North 25 Juliet, United 783.
Okay, 23 heavy, wind 211 are now Piper, runway 25 left, over takeoff.
We got the 777 freighter heading out to the 25s. Will it make a left-hand turn on 25 left? Sure does look that way. All right, Cargo King heading Shenzhen, flight 230.
FS arm line 10 heavy is on left 25 left.
Line 10 heavy, lead time, have an Embraer 45 out the auto marker, wind 211, runway 25 left to land.
Get Ed a tracksuit. You know, I actually ordered a few more tracksuits this morning. Takes a few weeks to get them. I think I need some new ones for JFK. All right, the 777 freighter now rolling down to 25 left. Well, there goes the camera.
Gain 230 heavy, can I go Cal departure?
Yeah, so this is a test stream. Some of you guys are confused, thinking, well, what's going on here? This is Thursday. I thought you got rid of your Thursday shows. So our normal schedule is Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, with an occasional pop-up once in a great while. So if you're just joining, this is a pop-up stream, what you would like to call the AVL on the fly. It's a different setup. We're testing out a new firmware on our encoder, whose name is Ed. And so far,
thanks a lot. Right turn here on Bravo. Can I? 75 today. Right here. Thank you. Have a good day.
a D plus. Of course, in terms of helping out the channel and the stream, it's no different than our normal streams. Make sure to hit that like button. Hawaiian Flight 10 coming here to the south side, arriving from Honolulu. I bet you anything that will be a north side arrival tomorrow.
27012 on runway 25 right for the big off.
And down the cliff, take off 25 right.
Oh, sorry to hear that, George. It's kind of, you know, this week has a weird feel to it, doesn't it? It's the last day of February. It's leap year. Tomorrow starts a new month. I'm feeling good about the month of March. Hopefully we can get our February blues
Speed up as you make the left turn off.
out of here.
2 miles in trail. Left it off.
Just get out of here.
Where are you parking today?
All right. Got the A380 coming in from Honolulu. Flight 10 with Honolulu, or I'm sorry, with Honolulu, Hawaiian. Our next arrival on 25 left.
Skies 881
LA Tower and Trouble Airbus 1, the auto marker, wind 2501, runway 25 left for the land.
For the land, 25 left.
Line 10 Heavy, you join Hotel to Juliet, cross runway 2 right, can I ground 175?
Juliet, cross 25 right and ground 12175, line 10 Heavy.
United 6 at 89, I do in sight, separating you from traffic ahead as you continue reducing.
Roger that, getting slow down here, we're doing our best. We got the traffic in front of us inside as well.
Okay, we're not going back to Panasonic. Like I told you on Sunday, if I went back to Panasonic, you guys would be all Sony. No, we're not going back to Panasonic. We're done with Panasonic. So this A330 will be heading to the west gates. Again, this is flight 10 coming in from Honolulu. Looks like she's heading to the west side of the terminal.
American 1360, first traffic a mile in trail, turn right first, available high speed, no delay, join hotel westbound.
Okay, first high speed here, hotel and hotel westbound American.
Nikon? No. I have never been a Nikon person. I was a Canon person, and then Rudy got me hooked on Sony. And I've always been Panasonic when it came to video cameras. Believe it or not, I never liked the Sony camcorders. We had the Sony professional broadcast cameras, along with the Panasonics.
Log up 1876 to 25 left.
1876 LA Tower, wind 250, runway 25 left, settle land.
And 25 left up 1876.
Our next A380 Super arrival, Lufthansa Flight 452, coming in from Munich, and A380 is our next arrival on the north side.
United 1680, join hotel to Juliet, cross 25 right and kind of ground point 75.
Of course, we'll be a little bit closer to the action on the north side tomorrow, high atop the H Hotel.
ICER 453, turn, travel Boeing 737 and 5.
Oh, we got a beautiful takeoff of the Lufthansa King on Tuesday into that beautiful sunset. So tomorrow we're going to possibly having 4 A380 Supers at the gate at the same time. The Asiana A350 Flight 204 will become an A380 starting tomorrow. So can you imagine? Of course, we won't have a shot of Tom Bradley tomorrow from the H Hotel, but of course we'll see that on Sunday.
American 67 LA Tower, runway 25 right left.
25 right line flight, American.
Joel Watson with the Super Chat. Thanks so much, Joel. Hello, Kevin. When will American Airlines Flight 72 leaving LAX? Oh, 72 took off at Sydney last night. I don't think I've ever seen that, Joel. That might have been a delay.
Steady, 76, hold short,
Control.
runway 2
Melvin
right
Flights,
at Juliet.
a member for 15 months. As gold member says, howdy y'all. Any idea if Bob is going to JFK with you? And Rudy, try not to upset Bob. Yes, Bob will be at JFK. He's very excited, but he is not flying Mint. Sorry, Bob.
1997 LA.
Shiftless Onidal, a member for 18 months. As gold member says 6 months shy for being a sheriff. Only a lowly deputy still. Hope to see AVL friends at JFK a month from tonight. Oh my gosh, a month from tonight. It's going to be here before you know it. Looking forward to it. Is it CA Dave Burt's RG in 3D? Becoming a silver member here today. Thank you so much. Ellen Nelson, a member for 26 months, is a gold member. Says, Kevin, you can stream any day if you want. I'll always be a fan. Well, I know you guys would want me out here every single day, but you know, owning a channel, and the channel's getting pretty big. There's a lot of things happening. It takes a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes.
Right, kind of ground point 75.
The ground 25, right to ground.
American 1657, still got motion.
As in, Kevin needs time to contact Sony to tell them their cameras are acting up.
Kyron, Chevrolet Airbus 321, got a marker, wind 28011, way 25 left to the left.
Claus, a member for 10 months. This is Sofa member, says Kevin. Love the impromptu streams. Thanks. Well, like I said, it's a test stream. Of course, things are kind of acting a little wonky here today, so just, I guess it's better than no stream at all, right? Thank you, Claus. Scott, the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Scott. Any upcoming streams from the parking garage? You know, well, I'll be honest with you. I think next week 24 left closes down. It's going to be interesting to see how much traffic now goes to 24 right.
Thank you.
I think the south side is going to be the place to be, at least for the next 6 months. With that being said, I gotta see how much traffic we have on the north side, because that will certainly affect our shows at the H Hotel as well. I think we're still going to see the A380 Super's 747-8 aircraft land on 24 right on the north side, but they will certainly take off here on the south side. The Lufthansa King over here on the south side.
LA Tower, sector 524,
At the 524 way down, when it's started, Airbus 321, 7-mile final, 25011, runway 25 left.
we on clear class, we 25 left, sector 5. First one.
It's Thursday, right?
Back in 1997, join westbound, gate 51 Broad, what I'm showing is currently occupied. One hotel, hold short of Bravo 7.
One hotel, hold short of Bravo, American
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't really see us going to the parking garage with 24 left being closed down. I think there's a better spot for action on the 2-4s. If you really want to be up close, you got to be on Lincoln Boulevard. So Lincoln is a better spot than the parking garage. I don't know if either one is safer than the other. I'll be honest with you. Probably both equally the same. But if you really want the action on 2-4 right, you should be over at Lincoln, because all the aircraft will be taking off on 2-4 right. And when you're on Lincoln, where we were last Sunday or Saturday, you're really close to the planes. It's quite the sight.
7 mile final, wind 250, runway 25.
Not very many heavies take off on 2-4 right. You'll see an occasional 767 or Dreamliner, but you will never see a 747 or the A380s taking off on 2-4 right.
Sun 39, keep the speed up as you exit out 7 to the left. There is traffic a mile and a half trail. Turn left at Alpha 7, turn on Alpha, and do not stop at ground point 75 on Alpha. Good day.
Or should be making a left-hand turn onto Lima here. Next takeoff here on the south side on 25 right. American Eagle, SkyWest, flight 4925, heading to Portland in 8175 LR.
Gauss 4925, point out traffic departing the North Complex, wind 260, RNAV Docker, runway 25 right, big on.
RNAV Docker, 25 right, take off, SkyWest 4925.
929er, LA Power, inside runway 25 right, line of Boeing. American 404, the westbound of Juliet and hold short, runway 25 right.
Got a Cathay Pacific 777-300ER in the One World livery, now pushing back from the southeast corner of Tom Bradley.
That's 4929er, maintain separation, wind 26011, RNAV, runway 25 right, over takeoff.
So amazing that this time tomorrow we're going to have 4 A380s, as long as everyone's on time. 4 A380s sitting there at Tom Bradley. Lufthansa Queen should be pushing back here shortly. Flight 457 heading back to Frankfurt in a 10-year-old 747-8 Intercontinental.
Separation, SkyWest
4925, can I still departure, good day?
Over to departure, good day, SkyWest 25.
So 2803 LA time, Lufthansa Jet, 2 mile final, wind 211, runway 25 left to the land. Runway 25 left, clear to land, looking for the top.
David, member for 9 months. Gold member says American Airlines flight 72. Stand by 1 second, David. He's 45 minutes on. Happy for the 9 months. Looking forward to more. Well, look at that. Thank you for the update there. Update there, David. I'll explain where my mind is right now. Nicholas with the super chat says, good afternoon, Kevin. I missed the In-N-Out burger. Lucky you're to be next to it. Nicholas from Paris. That does sound good about right now, Nicholas. That does sound really good. So my good old neighbors woke me up I don't know how many times throughout the course of the night. I texted security. They never even texted me back. I texted them 3 times through the course of the night. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. You need to go up there. Nothing. Nothing. Can you believe that? I was wide awake at 3 a.m. in the morning. I originally had my clock set for 5:30. I said, you know what? What's 2.5 hours? Just get up, make some coffee, have some breakfast, start the day. I said, no, Kevin. Get those eyes closed and go back to sleep.
From 802 Quebec Sierra Tower.
802 Quebec Sierra, hold the Golf on photo.
802 Quebec Sierra, cross runway 25 right, hold short, runway 25 left.
Okay, cross 25 right, hold short, 25 left. 802 Quebec Sierra.
From 8 Julie, turn left at Alpha 7, turn left on Alpha, depark net A.
And of course, the Lufthansa Queen will be heading up to the north side to 24 left for a takeoff back to Deutschland. Don't worry, should be taking off here on the south side not too long from now. The One World Cathay Pacific 777 300 ER being towed over to the west gates. I'm sorry, the west remote gates. Yeah, I think the neighbors are leaving soon because I went to I found out that the apartment that they're moving out of is actually available mid-March. So if they're going to turn that thing around, I would assume they're leaving this weekend. Kevin's going to have a party in the streets. It'll be like the Wizard of Oz. The Wicked Witch is dead. Jane, Legend Jane, here today with the $250 super chat through PayPal. Thank you so much, Jane. Jane says, hi, Kevin. Thank you for today's show. Well, my pleasure, Jane. Thank you for your awesome support. I'll come on camera here. Thank you, Jane. Thank you. Awesome support as always. Legend Jane. My gosh. All right. Enough of me. You guys are all screaming at your TV sets. Get out of here. You're blocking the Queen.
Right, got a ground point 75 there.
Juliet, cross 25 right, ground, that was 2803.
I can't believe I'm wearing jeans today. Now, I've actually thought about renting the place above me and turning it into a studio. Then no one's going to wake me up at 3 a.m. in the morning. I honestly, I don't even want that. I don't even know what they have done to that place. I'm sure the floor is just got to be scraped up. The apartment for the model collection. Well, I've been talking, maybe I need an extra space. There's just too much stuff. I'm tripping over stuff. I'm gonna break an arm or a leg. 2188. As the channel gets bigger, owning a business like this, and it is a business, you're in denial. You started this. It's a very small thing. I didn't know if I could make a living out of it, and I have. But you're always cautious. You don't want to. You don't want to exude yourself, put yourself in a bind. So I'm very conservative when it comes to expanding things on the channel. Now, the biggest expansion of the channel recently was hiring Charlie to be a full-time producer editor.
5012, Docker, runway 25
But you look at each decision like that, and you have to say, well, can you really move forward and make the channel bigger by yourself? And no, I needed Charlie. That was a no-brainer. One of the best moves I think I've made for the channel. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. With that being said, I honestly don't want the floor above me.
Speed 700, 1,300 on the runway 25.
I don't think I could go in there after the things I've heard.
Runway 25 left at last.
Land, 700.
So the Queen should be starting taxi here shortly. That was JetBlue Airways Flight 2188 heading to Boston in the A321. Next takeoff here on the south side. JetBlue Airways Flight 1524 heading to JFK in a brand new A321neo just delivered in December of last year. EVA Air, the 777-300ER. Next arrival on the north side. You guys are asking me about the van. Well, you know, it's either going to be a van or it's going to be a studio space. I can't do both. So after I was done at Long Beach Airport, the actual airport, I drove around the neighborhood and I wanted to get a shot of the Fly DC Jets neon sign that's still on the old factory there off of Lakewood. And I notice the parking lot is full of Mercedes cars that have either come off the boat or a train, and they're parked there. And there's a big Mercedes logo on the side of that building. Has anybody been over there recently? Oh no, I drive down those roads around that plant, and I think, you know, how many DC-10s and DC-9s were right here.
4360 Lee Tower, good afternoon. Interrupt the Falcon Jet on a 4-mile final. 26010.
Tuntic Queen heading to the north side, making that right-hand turn onto Lima. Next takeoff here on the south side, Air Canada Flight 555 heading to Vancouver, a 737 MAX 8. So ALS Flyer is the building, is that building that the neon sign is on, is that not the old part of the plant? I know most of the plant's been torn down, but the building where that neon sign is on top of, is that not the old, one of the old parts of the plant? Or was that rebuilt? With a super chat. Thanks so much, Kevin. And Kevin Hudson back with a $2 super chat. Thanks so much, Kevin. Contributing to Kevin's noisy neighbor fun. Well, thank you. Oh, it is part of the old plant. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I always love driving around history like that. You just take a look around and you just wonder the views that you used to be able to see.
700, thank you, taxi Alpha, the signature.
Atlas Air Flight 8366 coming up from Guadalajara, 747-400 freighter, 24 minutes away. Will be a south side arrival. In the meantime, look at that. 3 A380 Supers sitting there at Tom Bradley. Air France Flight 72 coming up from Paris, the 777-300ER, 45 minutes away. Wait, Russell? Wait, there's a light-up scale model of the Fly DC Jet sign? Get out! If you were standing right next to me, Russell, right now, I'd push you and say, get out! Oh my gosh, I want that. Russell, can you give me the link to that? I'm buying that right away. Does it light up neon?
Chapter 40C, taxi hotel to Juliet. Cross track 25 right. There's traffic on a 4 mile to the right. Then turn left, Bravo to clear and connect ground on point 5.
Jeffrey Hall with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. Does LAX administration have an appreciation for AVL as being ambassadors of the airport and its airlines? Yes. Yes. Yes, they do. I have a good relationship with the LAX. They have given us access to the West Gates, including being up there in the city tower. There's a deck up there that goes all the way around the tower. I was up there for about an hour and a half that day. They had to pull me off of there. I was like, I could do this all day. I will say though, that here's the only drawback from being up there. I know you guys would be like, Kevin, go do a live stream up there. It's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. But the 2-4 right and 2-4 left and 2-5 left, 2-5 right, the start of it is too far away from up there, believe it or not. So you need a really good lens. And of course, that's what we do, but not with our BTS cameras. We don't have the 600 millimeter lens for the BTS, but it's not the greatest shot in the world. I'll tell you, the best shot is when they turn down at Lima and push back from Tom Bradley. Those, and of course, when they come into the gates at the West Gates, those shots are gold. Landing shots, I can do better. Oh, awesome. Russell. Russell's going to email me.
Afternoon, wind 26012, 25 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, wingspan 332.
It's 777-300ER, Kevin from Taipei, heading to the southeast corner of Tom Bradley.
Oscar 1354, you able to track the DME all the way?
Queen now rolling down to 4 left.
Left turn here and kind of 0.75. Good day.
Right turn, Oscar 1354.
So it'd be a right thing.
Got it, thanks.
American 19, Bravo 17, cross runway 2. Ride your gate bill cleaning up now and connect 0.75.
Green cross 25 right, and 175. Thanks, sir.
And EVA Air, the 777 making those final turns, heading into the southeast corner of Tom Bradley. Cargo Jet Airways Flight 938 heading to Hamilton, the 767-300ER, converted passenger plane, now cargo plane, 32 years of age, delivered originally in January of 1992, lighting up on the radar. Hi. Well, Ed's back to his old self, throwing jockey cam, not realizing it. All right. Well, at least we're back to the old issues.
Galaxy 419, wind 260. Runway 25 right for the takeoff on it.
Well, this was good. This is why we're out here testing. Because I'll be honest with you, I was looking at the month of March, and I had some ideas of hopping on a plane and going to some destinations that you guys are wanting me to go to, but I need to bring Ed with me. So we need to work out these bugs with Ed's before I'm jumping on the plane. So hopefully the manufacturer, I will send them the data. They like the data. This is how complex Ed is I email them and they're like, can you send us the data? And I hit a button on Ed and it sends the data to the manufacturer. And then they study the data. Apparently they didn't study it enough in the last firmware update.
3938, you 2 minutes to the left. Take the right.
I think Ed would be a good travel partner.
938, right turn Foxtrot, crosswind, Ultra 25, right, traffic 3 mile. Yeah, we'll make the right cross 25.
Ed, it's you and I. Come on. We could do it.
332, left turn here, Alpha.
We could travel the world, Ed.
Left outside, left on Alpha. Left 5, right 332. 46, tower, 25 right, line up away. City 49, that's look at departure.
Right, so originally this is Korean Air Flight 11 coming in from Seoul. This aircraft will be towed over to the remote gates on the northwest corner of LAX.
To the land, wind 260 at 10. 710 boys, fully ready, taxi full lane. Taxi full line, Kevin, as well. Cargo Jet 93, keep moving, 5 right on Bravo, traffic in position.
This sounds like tater tot.
We'll cross right turn on Bravo, Cargo Jet 930.
cargo jets. The 767 crossed it over 25 left. We'll have a take off on 25 right coming up. Oh, it got chilly all of a sudden. It looked like it was going to rain this morning. I was driving out to Long Beach. I thought, oh my gosh, it's going to downpour.
664 in 26011 on that dock. 25 right for the takeoff. Get Blues 7074 for 25 right line up away. Right line up away.
It sounds like tater tot. I don't think it's tater tot. We'll find out here in a second.
3 LA Tower, wind 25011, runway 5 left, cleared to land.
No, that's not him. Sounds a lot like him.
1459, Hotel 6, join Hotel down, hold short of Quebec, 8 occupied. Okay, Hotel west down, in here, short Quebec, to 1459.
So again, we're back tomorrow, Friday, starting at 11 a.m. Back high atop the H Hotel. Porter, the E2, taking off here on 25 right.
Yep, 54 on that block, and 25 right. On that, 25 right, clear for takeoff, Target 9, 380. How would you keep up there? No worries, advisory. 664, contact departure. 664, see you.
All right, we got the Cargo Jet Airways 767, our next takeoff here on the south side on 25 right. Number 2 for takeoff. JetBlue A321 up next.
Right there. All right, direction on. We'll cross 25 right, yeah, 47. 74.
That was JetBlue Airways Flight 1774 heading to Newark and an A321. Air France Flight 65 heading back to Paris and a 777-300ER. Next heavy takeoff on the north side on 24 left as we wait for the Cargo Jet Airways Flight 938. A 32-year-old converted 767-300ER, originally delivered in January of 1992. How's it going? Still here, huh? When do you go back? Oh, tonight. Jeez. Getting some last plane spotting in. Yeah.
Tower, don't flip. Heavy LA Tower, wind 011, number 25 left.
Also, Delta Airlines Flight 753 coming in from Atlanta, Georgia, on an A350, heading here to the south side for an arrival on 25 left. All right, Cargo Jet Airways making that turn on to 25 right.
Allegiance 783 Hotel, not Lima and cross run 25.
I was just talking to our friend Panda Betty. He's still here. Says he leaves tonight. All right, the 777 heading back to Paris, rolling down to 24 left.
260 have Docker. I'm a 25 right to take off.
Docker 25 right. Just 938.
All right, cargo jet up next for takeoff. Got that Atlas Air Queen 747-400 freighter coming up from Guadalajara. Flight 8366, just 10 minutes out, south side arrival, 25 left.
Heavy contact, still departure, see you later.
Okay, I'll approach at 938.
Delta A380 up next for arrival on 25 left. This flight coming in from Atlanta, Georgia.
American 513, let's start caution. 776 departed, only 25 right line up. American 5, wind 270, on RNAV to Docker, only 25 right, take off.
Well, this ATC controller sounds a lot like Tater Tot, but not close enough.
Air Lima, hold short. 25 right.
Hotel 9, hold short at 25 right, Delta 380.
Heavy Lima cross runway 25 right, down to 0.75, see you later.
Zoom into those awesome A350 windows. Getting this flight coming in from Atlanta, Georgia, this A350-900. Got that plane now just 5 minutes out from a south side arrival. See, a lot of you guys are just finding the stream here this evening. Thanks you guys for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button. We'll be back with our main stream tomorrow, Friday, 11 a.m. But until then, sit back, relax, enjoy the zooming from our Sony camera and the sounds of Imperial Hill. And your plane jockey, of course.
Get to 62, Willie Tower, ready to go? Exit 22, wind 260 at 10, or 25 left to the takeoff.
Oliver Garcia with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Oliver. Hi, Kevin. Loving this streaming. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you so much, Oliver. Thank you for your support. Just 2 kings left. Roderick Cabell with the super chat. Thank you so much, Roderick. Hello all, it's all good here. 7 degrees Celsius, which is fine. My fireplace works and I have firewood. Ooh, that sounds nice and cozy. Thank you, Roderick. 757 Chip with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Chip. Howdy, Kevin. I'm watching while making a stop at a certain large gas station chain during a road trip home. Oh, that sounds so good, Chip. Is their barbecue just as good as Hard 8? Enjoy. I don't think you'd ever get me out of that place. By the way, there's a new YouTube channel. Hold on, what's going on here? There's a new it's not really a new YouTube channel, but a YouTube channel that I have found and I like it. It's called Jolly. It's 2 British guys who, I don't know if they live here in the United States or not, but have you guys seen it? It's 2 British guys. I think they live here in the United States. If not, they live in Britain and they come over here and do videos and they test food here in the US. And boy, they've done everything. They've gone to Buc-ee's. The one I watched this morning was they went to Whataburger. Oh, Whataburger. And they loved Whataburger. I'm almost tempted to come back to Texas just to have Whataburger. I gotta try that chicken tender sandwich barbecue. But they were talking about the thing in the morning that you can get, which is the biscuit with the chicken and the honey butter. Anyway, the guys are funny. They're great. They're very entertaining, but they're making me hungry. Has anybody ever tried the Whataburger biscuit with chicken and honey butter? It looked really good. There's Whataburger in Arizona, and sometimes I go back there. Last March, when Rudy and I went to DFW for some shows, the first night we went to Whataburger, I think that was his first time ever having Whataburger. Forget the burger. Forget the burger. I'm getting the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich. What was the other thing that they said? What else are they known for? They tried the hamburger and they were like, the hamburger it's good. And it is a good hamburger. Oh, the patty melt. They were talking about the patty melt. They said the patty melt at Whataburger was the item to get. Oh, they're gonna build a big Whataburger on the Strip in Vegas? Oh boy. Beaker and Honeydew, you've had that breakfast sandwich. Are they small? I think I'm just coming back to Dallas. We'll do a meetup. I don't know about any live streamings. I'm just going to hop on a plane. I'm going to Whataburger and Hard 8. If you guys want to meet up at Founders Plaza and get a goodie bag, I'll meet you there. I'm just coming for the food. Speedbird 777 at 300 ER now pushing back from one of the gates on the northern side of Tom Bradley. This is flight 282 heading back to London Heathrow. That tail heading to the north. That's a good chance for a south side takeoff. Oh, look who shut up in the chat. Plane Jockey Rudy. He heard we were talking about food.
LA Tower.
He's like, food?
25 left, 20 third after radar tilt.
American 143, LA Tower, 25 right, man up. Any 36 is heavy, LA Tower, 25.
I'll have to reach out to those guys. Actually, I'll have our agency reach out to the Jolly guys, because if they're ever in Los Angeles, it seems like they've come to Los Angeles. Actually, they went to a Panda Express that I used to live next to in Burbank, Toluca Lake, and I was like, I know that location. So they seem to come to LA pretty often. I would love to have those guys on the stream. We could do a little taste testing. Maybe we'll do the donut taste test. Randy's, well. James with the $5 super chat. Thanks much, James. They have a Whataburger here in Vegas, a lot closer than having to go to Texas. Yeah, they also have them in Arizona as well. But you're right. But I'm sure they taste better in Texas. Take a look over there at the Qantas hangar as the camera gives you a wide and a tight shot all in one. That was American Airlines flight 143 heading to Honolulu. Hi. All right. Ed likes to give you those action shots. Thomas, you don't... Wait, no, who said that? No, the Ninja Dan says, I don't get the Whataburger hype. All right. Let's swing the camera over. I'm watching you, Ed. You got the Queen coming in from Guadalajara up next. Come on, go along.
Good. On the LAX 25 left. Before Philly Tower, with 2709er, on the 25 to the left. Only 25.
I'm not feeling this going all the way to Lima. I don't think it's going to happen. If it even makes it to Alpha 8, I'd be surprised.
Delta 1469. A360 left turn on Alpha, 0.7.
All right, looks like Alpha 7 turn off. Again, that was flight 8366 coming in from Guadalajara, 25-year-old 747-400 freighter. Speedbird, the 777-300ER, now rolling down at taxiway Kilo. Also the big Q in the One World livery. Flight 740 heading back to Doha. The A350-1000 also lighting up on the Bond Airways. The Dreamliner also pushing back.
American 72 Heavy, LA Tower, Boeing 2509er.
I get the feeling the One World A350 will head here to the south side. ANA probably will head up to the north side. So we'll get 2 out of 3 of those heavies as south side takeoffs.
Go 206 now, that's looking apart.
Virgin Atlantic Flight 7 coming in from London Heathrow, an A350-1000 next arrival on the north side and 24 right.
Currently, minimal time the runway traffic close to track. You're following a lot of. Local 472 is the final approach. It is the final approach. And tower from the other side. Is the right side available? Right side. 5. Change runway 25 right, runway 25 right to the left. 5 right, 25 right, cleared away from the other side.
All right, Speedbird makes that left-hand turn onto Bravo. A350-1000 next arrival and 24 right.
So 2761 LA Tower, 25 left to the land, you're pushing turbulence 7, heavy 777. Left over 2761. 5, great turn, call for the Father we got, and Bravo Charlie 5 to, yeah.
We're Charlie 5 to 0.
Nice job, thanks for the help there.
You know what is probably the best thing at Whataburger? The ketchup packets. Or sorry, they're not packets, the cups. The ketchup cups. When we were in line at the In-N-Out Burger outside of LAX last week, I asked the woman at the drive-thru, I said, can we get lots of ketchup, please? She hands me half a fist of those ketchup packets. And you know those ketchup packets, there's hardly any ketchup in those things. So I looked at Charlie, I said, that's not enough ketchup.
Right here, Juliet, hold it short on the 25 right.
So as she came back to the window, I said, can I have some more ketchup packets, please? She gave me 2 more.
539,
I said, forget about this. These are why I hate these ketchup packets. There's not enough ketchup. And they think they're giving you a lot, but it's not enough. That's why I like Whataburger. The ketchup cups. There's plenty of ketchup in there. And in fact, there's enough ketchup in the cups that you can peel it back and pour it on top of the hamburger if you need to as well. All right, the Emirates A380 Super now pushing back. This is flight 216, heading back to Dubai. It's a 4-year-old A380 Super delivered in December of 2019.
Power 65 knots. Front line, approach.
Don't get too excited. Tail heading to the north. Don't get too excited. Sure, it means nothing.
You got traffic follow over the number 4. Got a permit? Say the question again. You're saying to the approach plan inside the local outlet. Back to local outlet. Is that right? Affirmative.
American Airlines Flight 72 coming up from Sydney, going around.
American 539, contact, look it up.
Departure, good evening, 539.
472, cross runway 25, right contact, 75.
Cross is our right, box blue 1.75, good day, 472.
American 750 to the beach. So the 4610, Hotel Juliet, cross 25, 175.
Hotel Juliet, 25 right and Quantum Delta, 1476.
Come up to the C3. Okay, so the weather, maintain 2000, departure 124.3.
Looks like it was a little high.
Keep ready, double here. Early tower traffic crossing down field over 25 right. Wait. 20 right left. Do it up, left side.
I gotta tell you, between Ed and the camera.
Block 340, over 25, left to the left.
Richard F., a member for 22 months. This is a silver member. Thank you so much, Richard. Dimitri with an awesome $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Dimitri. I'll never forget having the patty melt at Whataburger when visiting Houston several years ago. Still, In-N-Out is #1 in my books. That's always the great debate, isn't it? The fights between the hamburgers. In-N-Out, Whataburger. What's the other top ones? Shake Shack, Fat Burger. I think they're all different. Whataburger definitely has a different taste than In-N-Out. Like I've said about In-N-Out, sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's eh. It really all depends. British Airways 777-300ER up next for takeoff. It's flight 282 heading back to London Heathrow.
1 minute to grade those here, waiting for traffic off the north southwest.
Hardee's. I think that's Hardee's falls into the category with Burger King and McDonald's and Wendy's. I think In-N-Out. Well, I guess you could say the same thing about Whataburger. Whataburger is kind of probably in between the In-N-Out and the McDonald's of the worlds.
2761, taxi hotel to Lima and hold short. So 25 right.
Hotel Lima, hold
25 right up 2760. American 1676 high left. 25 left. American 1676 tower with 2409 or with 25 clear to land.
Having an Atlas Air Queen lighting up. We'll be heading to Seoul, flight 8348, a 747-400 freighter. She's sitting over here not too far from us here at Imperial Hill. You know what? Believe it or not, I've never had Five Guys. Charlie asked me about that last week. He said, do you like Five Guys? I go, I've never had it. Believe it or not. I gotta try that. Five Guys. Oh, what about the Hobbit? There's a Hobbit here in El Segundo. I've never been there. People say the Hobbit's good. Hobbit's owned by the same company as Chipotle. All right, we've got the Speedbird 777-300ER heading back to London Heathrow, now rolling down to 5 right.
So 27-1 at Lima, cross runway 25 right, contact 75. At Lima, cross
Cameron, you better behave for tomorrow.
Big Sharp 1061 LA Tower.
Forget about Ed. We'll be using Ed for behind the scenes, but this camera, we do plan on using this camera for the main stream tomorrow. Camera, come on now.
0128 with 709er, RNAV Docker. I'm going to 25 to take off. 128 code 6, RNAV Docker.
I've never had Five Guys. Nope. King makes that right-hand turn onto taxiway Lima. We'll head to the north side for a takeoff on 24 left, which is where on the Pond Airways flight 125 heading back to Tokyo Haneda currently is 787-8 Dreamliner. Should be seeing the big Q and the One World livery pushing back here shortly.
Lima cross runway 25 and Lima contact city ramp. Okay, at Lima runway right and Lima contact city ramp line 44. Yeah, 1945 LA Tower, we are at 7 runway 25 left.
We got that Atlas Air Queen pushing it back here. By the way, Virgin Atlantic, the A350-1000, still sitting over here, waiting outside the old United hangar. All right, on the Pond Airways, the Dreamliner now rolling down to 24 left.
Well, Chief 44, I guess, can you leave the north bound? American 1676, Hotel 9er, Lima, and cross right.
Emirates A380 should be making that right-hand turn onto taxiway Echo here shortly.
Lima 25, right, ground point 7, the other side, American.
Ground point 7, yeah.
Thanks, ground point 75, see ya.
Connor asking, are they tearing down that United hangar? No, apparently. Well, I don't know what's going on with the hangar situation here at LAX anymore. I can't get a definite answer from anyone. Apparently, American is moving into the old United hangar, but it needs some work done before they can officially move into it. I think they still have a lease. American still has a lease on the old American hangar. If you look at the photos of the extension of the west gates, there's no way that that hangar is staying.
244, Hawker, I'm with 25 right, close the takeoff.
Though I've been told I'm wrong on that as well. But no one can give me a definite answer. If that American hangar is coming down, that would be that one right there. So if you look at the pictures of the extension of the west gates, which they're building off of Westchester, there are gates on that side, and I don't know how they're going to get to those gates if that hangar is sitting there. So what I've been told in many years, not lately, is that American was moving into the old United hangar. They were going to tear down the old Continental hangar. And of course, you've got the FedEx hangar, which they're going to be moving out of. They're going to tear that down. So, with the hangar situation here, I don't know what to tell you. Because I can't get 100% answer on any of that. It's amazing. I've asked everyone. Alright, the One World A350 1000 now pushing back. The big Q will be heading back to Doha.
Short, 25 left.
Cross 25, hold short 25 left on Gulf.
244, contact
EVA Air Cargo, flight 629, heading to SFO. A 777 freighter lining up here for a south side takeoff. Haven't seen that in a while.
Who's that? 77 November. King Air 7. Quebec, cross right 25 right, hold 5 left.
Okay, cross 25 right, left for 77 November.
American 72 the tower, wind 260 at 1.25 left, clear to land, turbulence, taking sure of the heavy Airbus.
Delta 935, heavy is 25 left.
Delta 935, CLA tower, on 25 left to the land, 7010.
Good lander on 5 left, Delta 935.
This AM, next golf, cross 25 left.
Next arrival here on the south side. Delta Airlines flight 935 coming in from JFK. It's an A330neo, followed by that American flight 72 that went around coming in from Sydney, Australia. Scheduled arrival 6:20 a.m. Estimated now at 4:12. Air France, the 777-300ER coming in from Paris. Next arrival on the north side on 24 right.
Turn Alpha to parking, that Charlie Basic waiting for you.
Turn Alpha to parking, December 10.
WNG, Alpha to parking, just on the ground on 0.75.
Monitor down, 0.7.
Wingspan 286, take off, cross right 2, right, hold short with 25 left.
From 5 for 8, hold short 25 left, take off. And 386.
swing over. Delta A330 Neo up next for arrival on 25 left.
2717, you're going to 7 trail heavy 775 left to the line. Back off, crosswind 25, back to straight into signature, get that.
Cross 25, left exit off, signature, good day,
Got that Queen pushing back on taxiway Alpha. Should be heading to the 25s here shortly.
Ground 35 heavy, right turn, hotel, 7, you got it? We got it, hotel. We keep it right as well. Hotel 7 here, Juliet. 25, right, contact on 7.
Okay, at Juliet, we'll cross 5 right and then over down on the other side. 935.
Do impact it in, see ya.
All right, up next. It's a very delayed 777 coming in from Sydney. Touching down. 13 hours and 10 minutes.
Cemetery Ready Hotel Manor, lean, cross right 25 right, and limit on to the city now.
Hotel Center, Lima, and 5 right, Lydia.
Still waiting on the Emirates A380 Super takeoff on the north side. Big Q, the One World livery. Starting taxi, should be heading here to the south side. also have that Atlas Air Queen heading to Seoul, flight 8348. Should be heading to the 25s. I was looking at flights to Dallas in the next couple of weeks. Not saying that I'm doing it. I was just looking with American, and I actually did find a 777 at 200 ER there and back, which got my interest.
Hotel, and then get hold short on the 25 right.
And I thought, well, why don't you go before New York? And then I started thinking a little bit more, and I thought, you know what, that's probably not a good idea. Don't risk getting sick and then screwing up New York. Oh, Chris, I'm coming for the hard 8. We'll just come for a meet and greet. Hi, let's go have dinner. I'll hop on a plane and come back. Seeing a pattern with that the zoom lens. Maybe it's not the lens, it's the camera. It's definitely not the lens. See, now it's acting crazy on itself. The good news, the One World, Big Q, making that left-hand turn onto Bravo, the massively delayed American 777 coming in from Sydney, making those final turns, heading into the gate. Well, Montel, yeah, I'm using the video mode. It has a crop factor. Can you email me and explain it to me a little bit more? Because I am on video mode on the camera, but I don't know what you mean by the crop factor.
Get the V52 LA Tower, wind 27, runway 25 left to the left. Cover 43, wind 10 on out Docker, on 25, take off. 25 right, good take off.
Got the Eva Air Cargo 777 freighter, going to be taking off here shortly.
The 6 heavy, tail on 25 right, line up away. Line up away, 25 right, Eva 62.
video mode, and apparently I can't turn off the APS-C in 60 frames, which to me is a deal breaker.
21 Hotel 6 Hotel.
I refuse to broadcast in 24 or 30 frames a second.
Juliet, short 25 right, trust it.
All right, EVA Air cargo, the 777 freighter, lined up, ready to go. I've lost my flight radar.
EVA 69, wind 68, on our doctor, right for the takeoff.
Oh, I see what you guys are saying. So I'm shooting. Okay, so here, maybe you guys, a lot of you guys, this is going to go over your head. But here, I've done all the tests on the picture quality. So I have the HDMI set output at 1080. That's HDMI output 1080. Now, right, it should be 1080 being taken out of the camera. The format of the camera, so speaking, if I actually took some video, like right now.
That's 21 at Juliet, 12.25, contact ground at 0.75.
Cross runway 25 right, ground tower 3921.
EVA 69 Heavy, contact 0.75, sure, good day. Contact Tokyo, 69 today.
Okay, I've lost my radar. All right, so the HDMI out of the camera is 1080. I've told it 1080 HDMI out, 1080 60 frames a second. So when I go in, let's say if I take some video right now in video mode, I have it set at the highest quality, the 4K, the highest 4K setting at 60 frames a second. Now I did try to bump that down to 1080 60, and I'll be honest with you, it looks bleh. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. It doesn't look as sharp. It doesn't look as crisp. So that's why I've kept the file format of the camera at 4K 60, but the HDMI output is 1080. Somewhere along the lines, as I sit here and talk about it, it's probably fighting itself, isn't it? Is that what's going on? What's going on?
On departure, maintain.
I need my flight radar back. You're doing a good job. That's what's going on. Is flight radar down for you guys? Oh, there it is. Now I got it back. All right. Oh. Did we miss Emirates A380? I guess we did. I guess we were concentrating on something else. All right, we do have that Atlas Air Queen lined up, ready to go. So maybe I go in the HDMI settings and tell it 4K. Should I go in the HDMI and say? I think I've done that, and I give you a black picture. I could try it. Have you tried rebooting? Yes. In fact, how about not just a reboot, but giving the camera a day off? I also have another queen, a Coletta Air Queen, pushing back. The heck with you. Alright, well, since this is a... Oh, what's this? Boy, oh boy. Well, I'll tell you, it's...
Giant A340, left turn 20.
Alright, hold on a second. Let me just go into the menu here real quick and... Well, no, I don't have time for that. Nobody ain't got time for that.
American 21 after Auckland, number 25 right, full length. Short of the 25 of the top track.
Alright, I'm gonna chance something here. Hold on 1 second.
25 left, hold trim 25 right. Near 7NG. Guitar 6 CLA Tyrone with 25 right, line up wait.
Wait, 2 right, sorry.
I'm sorry, Guitar from hold short. Guitar 69 uniform hold short 5 right, sorry about that.
Alright, so I changed the HDMI output to auto. We'll see what happens here. I'm betting it does the same thing. Let's see.
Yeah, Lima cross runway 25 left, cross runway 25. Cross runway 25 left, 5 right, half man, 1.777. Cross runway 25 right, make a left.
Well, that didn't do anything, so let me try one more thing here. Alright, so now I switched it to 4K out, though I'm surprised. I'm actually shocked that the picture didn't, like, go to black. Let's see if this helps here. Yeah, we know Ed is still not 100%, but now we're dealing with a camera situation. All right, we do have Air China Cargo Flight 3126 heading to Shenzhen, a 777 freighter heading to the 25. Still in the big queue in the One World delivery. Flight 740 heading to Doha, the A350 1000.
Sorry.
Well, I put the HDMI to 4K because I have the camera set at 4K quality because I'll tell you, the 1080 output is not as good as the 4K. Even though we're not broadcasting in 4K, it's still spitting out a cleaner signal, if that makes any sense. Remind me of the Miami Dolphins. Ace Ventura.
Hotel Juliet, hold short 25, right?
Hotel Juliet, short 25, right.
I guess Ed can handle 4K in. I bet you anything our OBS cannot. Reese asking about the HDMI cable. Thin quality, yes. I've done both. I bought the highest quality HDMI cable from B&H. I've bought probably 10 different kind of HDMI cables on Amazon. I've switched out the cables. It does it on every single one. It's not, I don't think it's the cable.
Alright, go 642 Austin, 280 at 9er, runway 25 left. 39, runway 25 left.
Alright, well, it just did it again, so that didn't help. So now I have now just turned the camera to 1080. It's no longer shooting in 4K mode. And you will definitely see a difference. So Kevin, when you're watching the rerun of this, know that it was just switched from the 4K to the 1080. And we will see. We will see. You'll see me. Oh boy. Yes, all you see is me.
The 996 off on the tower, heavy will hold in position, caution with turbulence, wind 70
Yes, we're on, our main show is tomorrow. This is really just a test live stream here today, and yeah, it's going down in flames.
Caution away or heavy Airbus part. Turbulence, waiting for one more off the north complex. Runway 25 right, line of away. Speed 450 exit out, turn left onto Alpha State parking. Now we're going to.
All right, so I've turned everything to the 1080. We have a Coletta Air Queen heading to Seoul, flight 858, 747-400, converted passenger plane, now cargo plane, heading to the 25s. Right behind the Air China Cargo, flight 3126, heading to Shenzhen in a 777 freighter. Next takeoff is JetBlue Airways, flight 1732, heading to Salt Lake City in an A320. So you guys watching on your big screen TVs, did you notice any difference in quality between when I switched it from the 4K to the 1080? I think the big difference is when I zoom in, you're going to see the edges not be as crystal clear.
232 on the Docker, 270 at 10, runway.
232, so take off 27.
And make code 640 Hotel to Lima, hold short of runway 25.
Hotel Lima, hold short on 25. Make code 640.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna, let's see. Do I leave it on this or, let's leave it on this for a second and see if it does it. I think I'm gonna leave it on the 1080. See if it does the zoom. If it doesn't, then we know what's up.
31 heavy on after hyper, wind 29er, runway 25 left, clear takeoff. Left, I'm safe on 10.2.
We have two of these A7 IVs and they both do the exact same thing. So I know it's not a defect of the camera or the lens. It's something, some magic formula that I'm doing to cause it. It just did it. All right, so that's not it either. All right, I'm going back to 4K.
Air Freight 3, 6 heavy, contact SoCal departure. Contact on Freight 2,
Gone back to 4K. So we're just having fun here. All right. So I'm just playing around with some different settings. We'll see if it. So this is back to 4K. So it was doing the same thing in 1080. So we know what that's not it. China Airlines cargo 777 freighter next arrival on 25 left. Stay in 4K, even if it's not being sent out in 4K on HDMI. The camera setting has to be 4K. We've figured that out. Now, right now, if you guys know the Sony cameras, I do have APS-C S35 shooting is on. It should be on, right? Or should it be off? On or off? How we're just doing this on the fly. Why not? This is the only way we're going to figure it out if we do it live.
left, to the land. Clear to land at 58 heavy, plan for runway 25 right, if you can do Foxtrot intersection or...
Connie 5825 right, and we'll be pulling.
58 heavy, so you hold short of Fox, valves is still 3 or 4 minutes.
I'm sure Connie 58 heavy.
United 1700 on at the dock.
Next arrival is British Airways.
Blue 1124 Los Angeles Tower, runway 25, and up and wait.
So, Montel should it be on or off? Have a Queen up next for arrival. Atlas Air Flight 8789 coming in from Mexico City, a 747 400 freighter. I'm using a full frame. Full frame. A74 is full frame. Whatever I did, it doesn't seem to be doing it anymore.
On the 858 heavy, make the turn of Foxtrot, short of runway 25 left.
Alternate 25 left,
Lars 924 Los Angeles, wind 250 9er, runway left, clear to land. 7806, wind 250, runway 25 right, pick it up.
So you guys are saying the APS-C should be turned off? I think that's what I had. I had it turned off when it was doing the zoom. Now it's on and doesn't seem to be doing any of it. Of course, it could happen at any second. Coletta Air, Queen, crossing over 25 left. We'll head to 25 right. Alright, Alpha 7 turn off for that Atlas Air coming in from Mexico City, flight 8789.
We're doing Bravo heavy, crossway 25 right and Lima, to the city ramp. Roger, 25 right. 25 right, contact ground point 75. 996 off, 5 right in Quebec, and contact ground point 7. That's what's supposed to be right over ground. That's friendly 6, contact departure. 2377, British Tower traffic crossing, runway 25 right line. 25 right, fall down to you. Good speed 136, Auckland traffic, runway 25 right at Foxtrot.
Are we sure Rudy was on? Alright, well, we'll keep it on. So far, it seems to be working. Next takeoff is United Airlines flight 2377 heading to Houston, Texas, 737-900 ER.
United 7 on that Docker, wind 260 out. Roll runway 25 right.
Followed by that Coletta Air Queen.
At the full length, clear takeoff. Speedbird will 2 on Bravo Heavy. City ramp, contact the ramp 1310. Jet speed 136, weight 25 right at Foxtrot, line up and one.
Just had an AVX Air 767 going short on us. Flight 880, it's an old converted 767 at 300 ER. This flight heading to Houston. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking too soon, but I feel like we got it.
This Sam 140 French Tower, wind 260 and runway 25 left to the lane. 25 left, hits the AM 140.
Did we get it?
Lufthansa Tower, plan for runway rise the full length.
Did we figure it out?
Left to Foxtrot.
On the fly. Alright, got that Coletta Air Queen up next for takeoff on 25 right. Flight 858, 31-year-old converted 747-400, heading to Seoul. Originally delivered in December of 1992. No, Michael, I'd rather jinx it because I want it to. I want to work out the quirks here on the fly, so we can get it better for tomorrow. Because this is the same camera we're using tomorrow. We do have a backup camera, but it's doing the exact same thing. So if this is working, I'll reformat the other camera. So fingers crossed. All right, the Coletta Air Queen now rolling down 25 right. Oh, did it do it?
On 858 Nancy, contact for the departure. Departure on 858. Tower 4731, Lufthansa Tower 709er, runway 25 left to land.
It might have did it right there at the very end. Janet Jones 43 with the $5 super chat. Thanks so much, Janet. Kevin, if TWA lets me DoorDash, I would treat you guys to 5 guys on one night. All right, well, we'll figure it out as we get a little bit closer. Janet, thank you so much. Rob H, a member for 4 months. This is Silver Member says, love the Virgin Atlantic Ruby Slipper. Awesome. Isn't that gorgeous? Flyer KG with the $7.57 super chat. Thank you so much, Flyer KG. Kevin, you could put cardboard over your lens and AVL would still be the best plane channel in the world. Color bars. And Nicholas with the super chat. Thank you so much, Nicholas. Flying a domestic flight, do you choose always the same airline? Nicholas from Paris. No, Nicholas. It all depends where I'm going. You know, when I was looking at flights possibly to Dallas in the month of March, I tend to fly American just because there's a chance that there's a chance that you can get a heavy on that flight, which I found a 777-200ER. You would think that I would fly Delta heavy to JFK, but I actually prefer JetBlue in their Mint suite for that 5.5 hour flight. So it really all depends where you're going.
260 at 10, runway 25 right for takeoff. Challenger's here, turn left at Alpha 7, stay parking.
That's 7 going to picture.
Challenger 0, Quebec Sierra, taxi Alpha 5 for signature, monitor ground on the way, 75.
The ground point 75 on the way.
Jet Edge Gulfstream at G450 is our next takeoff, heading to San Diego.
Wingspan 332, RNAP, wind 260 at 11, runway 25 Foxtrot, clear for takeoff.
What do you guys think? Did we fix it? Should we go celebrate in the streets? I'm gonna go run in the street behind us. I'm gonna just run up and down celebrating. We'll see here in the next few minutes. I feel like it's very sporadic. Certainly when I pan to the left is when it usually... Alright. Well, the picture quality looks good though, right? I'm back on 4K. You guys are saying that the picture quality is back up to full speed ahead. Dancing. I'll be like, what's his name? Dancing in the streets. Oh, the guy in American Idol. Lionel Richie. I'll be like, Lionel Richie, dancing in the streets. That's a great video, by the way, back in the 80s, when he's dancing in the streets. And dancing in the streets.
That was 15, wind 260 at 12, runway right.
Well, now I'm not so here's the thing. I'm not actually broadcasting. I'm not broadcasting in 4K. It's 1080, 60 frames a second. What I'm doing is I've got the camera set at 4K quality. So if I hit the record button, it would record in 4K. The HDMI out really should default back to 1080. Oh, Dancing on the Ceiling, that was the song, yeah. All night long. All right, Qantas Flight 15 coming in from Brisbane, A330 200.
Where do you want to have Hotel 6?
Yeah, Hotel 6, go 6.
You 6 right 342, turn on mile, go to lake, cross way 25 left. 1, runway 25 left, clear for land. 125 left, GPS 500. Fred 322, taxi Alpha to Alpha for signature, pass behind heavy FedEx 7, monitor ground on point 75.
You're right. My neighbor was stomping on the ceiling all night long.
FedEx Heavy left at Alpha 7, taxi Alpha 2, monitor ground, 0.75.
So I don't know if this matters, but I did change the bit rate. I think that could have changed something. Let me tell you what I did. The record setting, I don't know why this would... see, this is what's confusing me about record settings versus which ATMI out. I had it at 200... 422 10 bit. I had it at the highest recorded setting. I dropped it down to 75 420 10 bit, and so far it hasn't done anything. You think that has anything to do with it?
American 2032 on after dock. 260 at 11, runway 5, take off.
Next takeoff here on the south side, American Airlines flight 2032. It's a 737-800. There it is. There it is. Oop, there it is. It's doing it again. No, it's not the cable. It's something internally in the camera.
And we'll cross behind the Bravo and contact ground.
1651, we're going to need delay a minute or two.
Yeah, 61, left on the tower, Foxtrot, advising your right.
All right, let me... I'm just going to turn off... See, it is. It is that APS-C.
250 at 12 left. heavy, Los Angeles 250 at 13, runway left, there's the land. GPS 2900 heavy, exit Alpha 7, Korean cargo, monitor ground, 0.75.
Alright, Alpha 7, Korean cargo, monitor ground. GPS 2900 heavy.
The stand 310, Los Angeles Tower, you ready, runway left? The stand 310.
All right, sorry.
Wind 250 at 13, run 5.
All right, so I went into the menu. So it looks like, if anybody knows anything about these cameras, the APS-C S35 shooting, that is the cause of what is going on here. So I can't turn it off if I'm in 60 frames a second. And when I drop it to 24, it turns itself off. Now the question is, are you seeing 24 frames a second or 60 frames? Oh, that's definitely 24. I can see the stuttering. Maybe this camera is just not good for live streaming. Maybe this camera is just not going to work for what we want to do. I'll be honest with you. If I have to turn it to 30 frames, the camera's gone. I'll tell you that, because I don't want to do 30 frames. I want to do 60. Oh, hi. Yeah, well, YouTube will show 1080 60 because that's what Ed is spitting out. But if the camera is spitting out 30, it's not really giving you 60, if that makes any sense. Michael with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Michael. Fingers crossed you fixed it. Looks great. Now fix the ATC dropouts. Technology is your friend. Thank you, Michael. Roberta Gomez with the $10 super chats. Hi, Kevin. I just want to say that I've been flying Breeze from San Bernardino to San Francisco. I really love the airline. Awesome to hear. They are excellent. Thank you so much, Roberta. I'll be honest with you. It started acting up in the first 5 minutes today. Sometimes it takes hours. Like on Sunday, it took 3 hours for it to show up. Today it took 5 minutes. Harry, this full frame. A74 is full frame. The jockey cam is APS-C.
JetBlue 687, Los Angeles, 6 miles per shoulder, heavy 767,
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, the picture quality is great. I'm just gonna have to call Sony and ask them what's up, what's going on.
Cross runway 25 right, and then taxi via Lima to the ramp.
Hotel Lima, cross 3 right, then Lima to the ramp. 9-ish.
Turkish Airlines flights 9 777-300ER coming in from Istanbul.
Just 450 Los Angeles, final rate 25, right at box.
You know, Rudy, I think Rudy just solved the mystery. Rudy said if he didn't know a Nighthawk, which you have used for a long time, is this Sony camera. This camera, which we've used for a year now, granted we weren't using HDMI out, this is the same camera that we've been using for a year, and not once did it ever do that zoom until I updated the cameras recently.
450 Los Angeles.
Yeah, if I go, I can go in the 1080. All right, so let me try this again. I'll go back in the 1080 file format.
50. Which runway is that?
My frame rate is still at 60. APS-C CS35 shooting is now off in HD, but the quality is not going to be as good, as you can see. So now this is 1080.
To the left, taxi to parking via Alpha, monitor ground.
Left turn Alpha 8, left turn on Alpha, 175.
I don't know if you can go back on the software. Turn off the APS-C in 30 frames. I just can't turn it off in 60.
450, that's arrival E178 miles final, runway 25 left.
I can see this stutteriness. Maybe it's just something that Sony needs to be aware of. It may just be something that no one's dealt with before. So it looks like, and then we'll move on from this. It looks like if I go down to a different file format, even to a lower standard 4K, and switch it from 60 to 30 frames a second, then I can turn off APS-C. I just cannot turn off APS-C in any of the 4K formats in 60 frames a second. It's not an option. And I'm wondering if that is something that needs to be corrected with Sony. So I think we've exhausted the the dilemma. China Southern Cargo Flight 2538 heading to Guangzhou. It's 777 freighter. Should be heading to the 25s here shortly. Also DHL ABX Air Flight 105 heading to Phoenix. 767-300ER. Should be heading to the 25s as well. I agree, Michael. It sounds like a firmware issue.
Span 26, off on the south, runway 25 right, and box muscle 55 right. 3450, contact 100. Archer, great day, 5 450. Span 26, cross runway 25 left, hold short of runway 25 right. Cross 25 left, Fox sharp, hold short right, span 286. Exit to the right, cross runway 25 right into Juliet, airport 5.
Right there, cross 25 right on Juliet and Grafton.
Span 6, the traffic is crossing will be in Silva, the north complex cautionary signal, runway 25 right up, Fox cross line. Drive ready to Fox cross line from wave expanding.
Chad Hart, a member for 14 months. This is Silver member, says, Plane Jockey Kevin, no pressure. Are you going to come to Phoenix? You know, I was looking at Phoenix as well. I remember what was going on this time of the year. I was looking at hotel rooms, $350. And I thought, oh, I remember this time of the year. Spring training.
Yeah, 1275, Los Angeles, 25012, runway 25
Yeah, Phoenix is a little pricey right now in terms of hotel rooms. Josh M. Member for 1 month. This is called members. This 1 month and hopefully many more to come. Thank you so much, Josh. Air Canada Flight 559 heading to Vancouver. 737 MAX 8 is our next takeoff on 25 right. Should be seeing that China Southern Cargo Flight 2538 heading to Guangzhou, and the 777 Freighter also heading to the 25s. And United Airlines Flight 1170 heading to Honolulu, and the 777-200 ER also pushing back from Terminal 7. And our next arrival on the north side, United Airlines Flight 802 coming up from Hong Kong, and the 787-9 Dreamliner.
Canada 59 plan for a heading of 2209. New departure frequency will be 124 points. Runway 25 right, line up and wait. Okay, 24.0 departure line. 25 right, and heading 20. Southwest 1031, tax tower 133.9.
I was looking at hotel rooms at DFW. $135 a night. $135, super cheap. I can go get my Whataburger and my barbecue.
Air Canada 559, start that. It's going to be straight out now. RNAV, wind 250 at 12, runway 5 right, clear for takeoff.
Blitz K, I'm using the Sigma, and no, I did not update the firmware on the lens, but this was doing it on the Sony lens as well. It's nothing new with the new lens. And like I said, it's on both of the Sony A7 IV, so it's not a problem with the actual camera, because it's configured the same on both cameras and it's doing the exact same thing. So to me it sounds like Sony intentionally disabled something on 4K 60, and I think they need to enable it. Enable it.
With you on 25 left. This is 1464 lost. 5012, runway 25 right. Airline 25 left. Canada 559, departure 125.2. 45.2, Air Canada 500. Flight number 253, 8 for position. Southern Cargo 3538, do not raise it. Southern Cargo.
Should be seeing the Lufthansa King pushing back here any second now.
Yeah, crossway 25 left and crossway right. Runway 25 left and roll.
Thanks, Chad. Chad said you can come visit in the summer.
1275, crossway 25 right. Yeah, you contact ground 0.75.
We'll cross 25 right on Juliet.
Yeah, Blitz K. No, that's what we're. Yeah, no, I can change. Oh, hi. I can change. So I can change this camera to 1080 in the file format. Of course, I have HDMI out set at 1080/60. Now, when I turn the quality, let's say if I start recording a video clip right now, if I change that to 1080, right now it's at the highest quality 4K, then I can turn off APS-C, but the problem is that the picture quality is not as crisp and clear as it is in 4K. So that's the problem in hand. It's like, do you want the higher picture quality with the risk of it zooming in and out once in a while, or do you want the lower quality throughout the course of the whole stream? To me, I would rather have higher quality, and with the chance that it's going to zoom in and out.
253 heavy, turn right on Bravo. You're ready.
Okay, I will call you when I'm ready. 253 heavy.
Looks like the China Southern Cargo, Flight 2538, heading to Guangzhou. 777 freighter crossed over 25 left, as well as 25 right. We'll have a takeoff on 25 right coming up.
Southern Cargo 2538 heavy, thank you. 25 right, line up and wait.
Runway 25 right, line up and wait. Cargo 2538 heavy.
Iberia 2623 heavy, and
135, the 2623.
That's Flight 134 heading to London Heathrow. This American 777-300ER. Rudy's already talking about Proud Bird. Rudy, do me a favor. Can you call them? It's only Thursday. Call them and make sure they're going to have enough food for Sunday.
Southern Cargo 2538 heavy, Docker, wind 25012, make 25 right, 56.
Special JetBlue A320.
1464, taxi Lima, hold short of runway 2.
Hotel Lima will hold 25 right, 1464.
FedEx 3725 heavy, 5 miles control of the heavy 787, turbulence, wind 250 at 1, runway 25 left, good land. Light, yeah, Qantas heavy. Qantas 95 head, your power, 4 miles in trail of the heavy S30, caution wake turbulence, wind 25 at 11, runway 25, good land. Way to land, please. Contact for another departure. Good departure. 243. That's 1441. 1441. Retire 5 miles control the heavy 767. Turbulence. Wind 2401. Runway 5 left. Good luck. You guys left off to 1441.
Just had a level, all white A330 arrive here on the south side.
2 minutes right now.
A330-200.
Hold short of Foxtrot. You're ready.
Hold short of Foxtrot, man. Go ahead.
Iberia 2623 heavy taxi hotel. Juliet, cross runway 25 right. Ground on 121.75.
Hotel Juliet, cross 25. And then on 2175.
FedEx 1366, Sun Tower due to arrivals, plan runway 258, and hold short of Foxtrot.
Alright. So we'll hold short of Foxtrot, we'll plan on FedEx 1366 headed.
Qantas Flight 95 coming in from Melbourne. 787-9 Dreamliner, next arrival on 25 left.
FedEx 1366, remix turn of Foxtrot, cross runway 2 left, and hold short of runway 25 right.
Return at Foxtrot, cross 25 left, hold 25 right, FedEx 1366 headed. Million tower, just before you. We're on ILS.
54, 5 off on the tower, wind 250 at 11, way 25 left, good land.
5 left, 4 to stop.
FedEx 1366 heavy, how long until you can be ready?
Now.
FedEx 1366, triple cross, runway 25 right at Foxtrot. Wait.
Final to white, 25 right. Foxtrot, FedEx 1366 headed.
95 heavy, cross runway 25 right at Duke, then contact ground on 121.75.
Across the 25 right at Juliet, 105, Qantas 95.
That's 41, we just do close track use the heavy 73.8 miles in front of you, medium.
We have any time to go after 14 minutes.
Thank you for the separation. Get 6 off on tower, wind 240 at 1, runway 25 left, for the land. Just stop us, person at 12, 0, about runway 25 left.
25 left, for the land.
Have a brand new FedEx just delivered in January. 767-300 freighter, next arrival here on the south side.
American 134, you're looking.
No, I told you 2 minutes, so honestly, that's not accurate. American
1170 heavy, how much longer do you need?
About 1170.
It's about all we're going to see of that. The Lufthansa King now pushing back, heading back to Munich. No, we're not in 4K. Well, the camera's in 4K, but we're not broadcasting 4K.
FedEx 1366, runway 25 right at Foxtrot.
Clear for takeoff, 25 right at Foxtrot, 1366 heavy.
The American 130, how's it looking?
I think they're done.
Won't be much longer until we see the Lufthansa King take off here on the south side.
I'll give you another call back in a second.
American 134 heavy, ready?
Yes, sir. American 134, we're all set.
Hey, American 134, are you good for Foxtrot?
No, we want to do full line.
Hey, American 134, full length, runway 25 right, line up in there.
Full line, 25 right, line up and white, American. Heavy.
FedEx 1366, contact hotel departure.
Departure, 1366.
Dreamline 401. cross runway 25 left, hold short runway right, checks on a 3-mile final for the left.
A couple of heavies about to depart here on the south side. American Airlines Flight 134 heading to London Heathrow. 777-300ER, followed by United Airlines Flight 1170 heading to Honolulu. 777-200ER. Of course, this is Lufthansa Flight 453 heading back to Munich. And this 10-year-old A380 Super delivered to Lufthansa in October of 2013.
At 1286, caution wait turn, speed departs parallel, wind 25010.
Zany Misfit with $5 super chat. Appreciate that, Zany Misfit. Wow, I can't believe the Sierras will be getting up to 10 feet of snow. Is that this weekend? I know there's another storm moving in on Saturday. Eman 506 with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Eman 506. Hey, Kevin, did you enjoy the steep takeoff of John Wayne? I'll be honest with you, I couldn't tell. I really couldn't tell. That A220 is such a beautiful aircraft. I was trying to see if I noticed a difference. I really honestly couldn't notice a difference. Dave HT with the super chat. Thanks so much, Dave. I'd love the sunset stream. Which days will you be at the H this week? Would love to come visit. We're there tomorrow. Show starts tomorrow, Friday at 11 a.m. Next week, we should be there Friday. Tuesday, it all depends if 24 left does indeed get shut down early next week. We'll probably come here on Tuesday. If not, if both runways are still open, we'll be at the H on Tuesday. Crazy Lima 771 says the A220 is beautiful, but is very cramped. I think the complete opposite of that. I feel very cramped on a 737. I did not feel cramped on that A220. Not at all. Not even close. Of course, it all depends what airline you're flying on. Breeze has a lot of leg room, a lot of space on that plane.
Philly Tower, crossing clear city, departure 25011, runway 25 left. Runway 25 left, 1286, get here, left on hotel and short of hotel 5. Left on hotel, hold short, American 1 for heavy, contact switch out of flight.
Have you noticed that it does that every time I go to the left? Are we on to something? It zoomed every time I pan to the left. Are we on? Why would it do that? Why would that? Why?
Hold short to the right at hotel 5, yeah.
Missy, I can't believe it. Oh, and then it kicks it out. All right. Well, I don't know. I think as soon as the A380 takes off, Kevin's going to go have dinner. Before I pull my hair out.
Lima cross runway 25 left track to mile and a half to tail.
Take off 25 left and land on 177 at 8.
01 left track to depart. left on Alpha and contact ground system. Left on Alpha ground system 5 for 7.
Looks like the United 777 at 200 ER. They're sending to Honolulu. Flight 1170 actually pulled off.
Caution on HT5 right on the ground plane.
Caution to the right, down point 7. That's already set.
1073, contact
That was Spirit Airlines Flight 1073 heading to Nashville, Tennessee in an A321 Neo. Delta Airlines Flight 187 A330 Neo coming in from London Heathrow, just 4 minutes out, south side arrival.
Negative 1997, no, 25 right line. Wait, pick up the 1997.
Anybody know what intelligent mode is on the Sony cameras? Intelligent mode? What is intelligent mode? Quick. Intelligent mode. I think I might have pinpointed something else. Intelligent mode. I'm not talking to you, Ed.
Are you guys ready? Delta 806 pulling, 25 right, line up the weight track to caution.
On the point, full way.
Delta 44, Juliet caution on 25 right, on the ground.
Oh. Oh! Okay, Rudy, how do I turn off intelligent mode? I think that's it. I think that's it. I think intelligent mode is being into intelligent. Yes, I think that's what it is. How do I turn that off? Quick.
Google. Okay, 760 up to and full of runway 25.
No. Okay, I think that's what it is. Because every time it zooms out, it goes into that intelligent mode. I think that's what it's defaulting to. Can I still be in auto and turn off intelligent?
Okay, 5760, just hold short, runway 25 right edge. Okay, 5760, hold short, runway 25 right edge.
All right, I think we're on to something. In the mode setting. Where is the mode setting? I know on the 3, it's right next to the menu.
Delta 806.2501. RNAV to dock, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV, clear for takeoff, 25 right, Delta 80.
So 760, run 5 right at Foxtrot, line of way.
Line of way, runway 2, at Foxtrot, for executive.
Next takeoff is Delta Airlines Flight 806 and A321.
1170 heavy aircraft, track for crossing field, runway 25 right.
25 right, line up the wing, 1170.
So 187 heavy and short for runway 25 right at Lima.
Hold short 25 right at Lima, Delta 180.
Okay, I still can't find intelligent.
Big Shark 320.
I'm not very intelligent. I can't find intelligent mode.
Golf, cross, runway 25. And then right on hotel and hold short of cross. Please start to close. 87 heavy, Lima, cross runway 25. Straight ahead, hold short of Kilo 1.
No, Rudy, I'm not going to manual mode. Are you kidding me? I've got to keep it in auto mode, but...
Big Shy 323, you can hold short of Bravo 2. Yeah, 1170 heavy RNAV to dock, 25 right, quick takeoff.
Delta 25 right, careful takeoff. 1170.
Yes, I'm using auto mode because I have 20 other things I have to do. Live streaming, here's the thing. When you're live streaming, you put everything on auto. You're not out here trying to capture the best shot in the world.
Delta 473 LA taxi, 2 minutes waiting for a super optimum. 473.
All right, we got that 777 heading to Honolulu, now rolling down. Also the Lufthansa King, next takeoff on the north side.
United 1170 Heavy, contact approaching.
Contact SoCal 1170.
Okay, 4160 LA Tower, runway 25 left, clear line.
All right, the Lufthansa King. I'm on green on the dial.
Delta 473, wake turbulence. Expect a couple more. Runway 25 right, line up at.
Runway 25 right. Delta 73.
at Bravo 2, you're going to cross 25 right, turn right on Bravo, behind both.
Bravo 25 right, turn right on Bravo, and over large, 322.
Guys, 5 LA Tower, runway 25 left, clear line.
Tower, American 1990.
Yep.
Yep. We're number 2 behind Spirit for 25 departure. We haven't received our numbers, and they need to pull us out.
Okay. Taxi off the runway. When I
Just wanted to give you a heads up.
Yeah, next time if you weren't ready by Foxtrot, no, so we have it out. So 473, 6010.
Oh, hi. I didn't know I was on camera. I'm sitting here. Ed! How's it going? Ed! I'm mad at you, Ed. It's putting me on camera. It's putting me on the spot. I'm sitting here going through the whole menu trying to find intelligent auto, and I don't see anything. I don't see anything. And I'm on the green on the top. I don't know. I don't know. Someone once said, Kevin, just do live streams. All right, I'm gonna get out of here because I'm hungry. I've had a long day so far, and I've got to figure this all out because tomorrow we have a show starting at 11 a.m. high atop the H Hotel, and this is the camera we're going to be using, so I got to figure it out here tonight. All right, thanks you guys for tuning in to a little test stream here. Sorry things did not go as much as we hoped them to go here with no issues. Back to the drawing board on Ed. I will contact the developers and say your firmware update, sorry, did not work. I've got issues with the Sony camera. You know what? Maybe I just pull out the Panasonic camera tomorrow. Maybe we just go back to basics. Maybe not. I don't know. The stream is looking good when it actually does work, so I'd hate to go back to Panasonic. So, all right. So tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's our main show, High Top the Itch Hotel, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific. Hopefully you guys will join us.
Guys, 4152, exit.
All right.
Right.
Well, have a great night, everyone.
Short, Let
me make sure I didn't miss. Anything. Cliff, a member for 24 months as a platinum member, says 1 2 years went by fast. Keep up the great streams, Kevin. Thank you so much, Cliff. All right, thanks to the great mods being in the chat here today. Thanks you guys for your awesome support. We'll see you tomorrow as we'll do it live. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Factor. We'll see you tomorrow.